महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित वसिष्ठवामदेवादिवन्दित महागणपतिं महादेवसुदा महादेवसुदा गुरुकुवनुदं महादेवसुदा गुरुकुवनुदं मारकोडि प्रकाशं शान्तम् मारकोडि प्रकाशं शान्तम् महाकाव्यनाटकाटिप्रियम् महाकाव्यनाटकाटिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियं महाकाव्यनाटकाटिप्रियं मूषिकवाहनमोदकप्रियम् महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महागणपतिम्.
Thank you, Ansu and Somu. The college anthem reflects the essence of its vision and rouses every spirit. Let's stand up for our college anthem.
The power to think. We at Indian Academy have the power to create, the power to learn, the power to change. Come, let's be the change. Come, let's change the world. Let's grow, let's shine, let's scale new heights. We at Indian Academy have the power of education. Indian Academy, get ready for life. Indian Academy, get ready for life.
We are extremely delighted to offer the most hospitable welcome to everyone present here. I now invite Professor Sushma Shri, Head, Department of Commerce, to render the welcome address.
A warm good afternoon to all our distinguished guests gathered here on the stage and off the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Indian Academy Degree College Autonomous, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all here this noon for the annual Scholarship Award ceremony. My dear students, you must feel privileged and honored to receive your scholarships from our esteemed chief guest for the day, Dr. Sridhara Murthy, President, National School of Business Academy. It is an honor indeed for us to share this happy event with you, sir. Thank you for coming. We are truly delighted to welcome you here today. May I request Dr. Somshekar to present the floral arrangement. Please put your hands together and welcome. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasant duty to bid a grateful welcome to Dr. Somshekar, Chairman of Indian Academy Education Trust, for his benevolent gesture of instituting these scholarships. May I request Dr. Srinidhi Parthasarthi to present the bouquet. Thank you, sir. My dear students, please join me in giving the most cordial of all welcomes to Mrs. Bharti, our Secretary, Indian Academy Education Trust. May I request Professor Shalini to present the bouquet. Our sincere, heartwarming welcome to Dr. Srinidhi Parthasarathy, Chief Operating Officer, Indian Academy Group of Institutions. To do the honors, may I request Dr. Jerome Xavier to step forward, please. I would like to now extend our gracious welcome to Dr. Jerome Xavier, Principal, Indian Academy Degree College Autonomous, for he is the wind beneath the wings of Indian Academy Degree College Autonomous. May I request Ms. Maria Mendes to present the floral arrangement. A pleasant welcome to all the heads of the departments and members of faculty. A cheerful welcome to scholarship recipients and you, my dear students. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Today as the chief guest of the day, I call upon Dr. Srinidhi K. Parthasarathy, Chief Operating Officer, Indian Academy Group of Institutions, to introduce our chief guest to the gathering.
It's an absolute pleasure to stand in front of all of you and being immersed among the wisdom on the stage and off the stage. It's also a great honor to be introducing the guest of the day, Dr. Sridhar Murthy. Educators, academicians have to have two qualities. One is to develop themselves. Second is empathy on the students to whom they deliver what they have learnt. Dr. Sridhar Murthy is a mix of both these qualities. A graduate and a postgraduate in veterinary science. He was a gazetted officer. He has done his veterinary science from the veterinary college in Hebbal. After being a gazetted officer in the government of Karnataka, he thought that I need to move to the sea and not remain in a pond. So he left the shores of India, went to the University of North Carolina, and took what all that university gave in the field of management. Indian, going international, and then trying to see what world can offer. After his post-graduation in management from North Carolina University, he came back, not looking at the opportunities in the US. He said, let me utilize that learning for the budding students or citizens of the world or the universe. He specialized in international business and is one of the topmost faculty members teaching international business over the last 22 years and trotting around the globe. He has served Bhavan's SIT, Acharya University for 6 years, and after that, he thought, let me start a management school where I can be more useful to the society. In 2008, he started National School of Business in JP Nagar. Every step of National School of Business came with challenges, and it was a platform where he could rise in wisdom. From 2008 to 2014, he was in JP Nagar, the college, and now there is a phenomenal campus which has come up in Electronic City called NSB Academy. Dr. Sridhar Murthy is the founder, president, director of NSB Academy. Students across 29 states of India and abroad. International students visit this particular academy for their management learning. MBA is one course which this academy gives to the society. More importantly, he has been a visiting faculty in University of Deusto and ESC Pau of France and Spain. It's an absolute pleasure and honor to welcome an academician to an academic institute where the day belongs to the students from the management, because very importantly, the right to learning is the pitch or the voice of the education ministry and also the government. Everybody should be given a fair chance to learn. In that context, the management of Indian Academy has recognized students from two categories. One in terms of their merit, the other in terms of means. The merit and means has been recognized, and 45 students have been selected for this particular scholarship. One category has been educating a girl child. So girls have been selected here for this particular scholarship. So in this particular direction, where Indian Academy is providing education to various students in terms of its open-heartedness, in terms of even the fees, I think additionally scholarships have been given on merit and means. So for this particular function, we heartily welcome Dr. S.R. Sridharamurthy, who is basically a PhD, also a doctoral scholar from VIT, Vellore, in the field of management. Hearty welcome to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. I now invite our chairman to felicitate our chief guest. Thank you all. True leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. We have one such eminent leader amongst us whose inspiration and vision guide us to great heights in the field of education. I invite Dr. T. Somshekhar, Chairman, Indian Academy Education Trust, to address the gathering.
Our chief guest for today's function, Dr. Sridhar Murthy, our Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Srinidhi Parthasarathi, Dr. Jerome Xavier, Principal, Mrs. Bharati, Secretary of Indian Academy Education Trust, all the heads of the departments, heads of institutions of Indian Academy Group, teaching and non-teaching staff, and my dear students. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm very happy to be part of this wonderful event that is being organized by Principal of Indian Academy Degree College. Before talking about this event, I would like to personally extend my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sridhar Murthy for joining us in this event and agreeing to be part of this program. The invitation was extended to him in a very short notice, and he graciously accepted our invitation and joined us. Thank you once again, Dr. Murthy. I also happened to read a little bit about Dr. Sridhar Murthy, and I was talking to him before coming here over lunch. And one thing I noticed in him is like very passionate about education and especially higher education. And I really congratulate him leaving all the opportunities elsewhere, coming back to the freshwater. Dr. Srinidhi was mentioning about moving from pond to sea, but freshwater is much better than saline water in sea. I think he chose the right destination to come back to India and spend rest of his life in the higher education area. That was a wonderful thought, and I mean, we came to know that he is running a great facility in Electronic City. I wish one day I could go and visit his institution and understand how he could able to transform in such a short span from a small place in JP Nagar to a wonderful campus in Electronic City. Coming back to today's program, we have started this event 6 years back, if I'm correct, with a small initiative to extend one more initiative that falls under student support activities. And one of the things in many institutions, especially outside India, there is a huge department called Financial Aid for Students, which caters to the requirement of financial aid, supporting them with various means. Financial aid does not necessarily mean doling out money like a welfare measure like some of our political parties do in all, I think, most of the states. Financial aid involves identifying the students' requirement and supporting them in going to a particular financial institution. Most students take loans for their studies in other countries and pay their loans once they take up the job. I think a very small percentage of students take loans, and most of them, some of them at least who take the loans, parents pay their loan back rather than student earning and paying it back. I hope in that realm, the financial aid that we need to extend, or what we are extending in places like our college, is largely a symbolic encouragement to students for supporting their initiatives in pursuing higher education. In this line, we have started it 6 years back, and it is growing slowly, the numbers. I wish more and more categories can be introduced. As of now, we have only 3 categories of support, I would call it, in terms of recognizing merit, recognizing in few places where they need some financial support, and in the 3rd category, encouraging girl students' education, which is one of the schemes at the central level being aggressively promoted. So without these are the 3 things at this point we could concentrate, focus, but I wish, as we know, like in future, we bring in more initiatives, more categories under student support in terms of extending small financial aid. So I would like to congratulate all the students who have been chosen for receiving these scholarships for this year, and I thank all the other students who have come to support and be part of this scholarship award ceremony. Good luck to all of you, and thank you for your time.
Students with this initiative of instituting scholarships. Today, we are truly humbled by the presence of Dr. Sridhara Murthy, founder and president, NSB Academy, Bangalore. I request Sir to address the gathering and give your precious inputs to our dear students.
Visionary educationist and benevolent donor, Dr. Somashekhar ji, the Secretary of Indian Academy, Madam Bharati, the Chief Operating Officer of Indian Academy, whom we very fondly call Doctor, because he has a double doctorate. Apart from that, Doctor, Engineer, Professor, and there is one thing which you all may not know, he is also bestowed with a title called Veda Martanda. Dr. Srinidhi Parthasarathy ji, a very humble, kind academician, Dr. Xavier ji, all distinguished members of the Indian Academy family, Indian Academy scholars and students. I am truly honored to be here this afternoon, and I'm touched by your discipline, systematic planning and execution. I am telling that there is something called love at first sight. And Indian Academy, to me, love at first sight. I'm telling you, this is the first time I'm calling. And I have truly fallen in love with all of you. I am telling you the truth. I go across many educational institutions and I have not seen students who behaved so decently and who sat so quietly. Yeah, even I need to applaud all of you. Now, I'm not really sure whether this is because you have some teacher sitting in between you. I don't think that is the case. Now, I have a very big challenge. I was actually going through the agenda for today's function, and they have mentioned chief guest speech 10 minutes. And you know what is the worst thing? Worst thing is I am a teacher. For teachers, there is no starting problem. We all have a stopping problem. Students, do you all agree with me? You see, there you go. And second important thing, the moment teacher begins, what is the time? Minimum 1 hour? Minimum 1 hour. More than that? Yeah, but okay. 1 hour is minimum, I said. Maximum, you don't know. Sometimes, people need clock 1 hour. Sometimes, you also have to have calendars. Yeah, some people speak for hours, some teachers speak for days. And I belong to the latter category. One thing I'd like to tell you. Sometimes, people become educationists for a variety of reasons. We normally say, हम बनते हैं कभी कभी अभाव से, प्रभाव से. What happens is, when you see there are no educational institutions, some people sense business opportunity and they become educationists for business. Some people, they are politically very powerful, prabhav, politically very powerful, and they have a lot of money, they don't know what to do, and then they get into education. Lekin, after looking at these two amazing, awesome, wonderful people, I realized that these people came to education not because of abhav, not because of prabhav, sirf swabhav se. Sirf swabhav se. What a great academician he is. He has been a postdoctoral student at Southern California University in Los Angeles, for which I did not get admission. He actually was teaching at Ohio State University, where my application got rejected in the entry stage itself. While he was such a famous academician teaching all across United States of America, there was one reason who actually made him to come to India and set up this Indian Academy here. Because we had one noble lady who had world in mind, but India in heart. She said, "Chalo India, let's go." See, in short span of time, I have collected so much of history of this institution. So if all of us are sitting here and I have an opportunity to take a gift of one shawl and flower bouquet and all those things, it is because of Bharati madam who brought Somashekar sir here. Should I not say thank you to her? Yeah, I have to say thank you to her. I think I have done my job. And let me also tell you, I was just thinking why a humble creature like me, was invited to this particular event. Why is it? I really did not figure out, but then eventually while actually driving, I realized that there may be a reason. The reason is very simple, my dear friends. If there is Sridhar Murthy, and if yes is its first letter, and thus yes stands for scholarship, I will tell you why. What I am today is because of the scholarships, generous donations that I received for my education. I come from a very humble family of farmers. And we lived in a village and we never paid electricity bill. You know why? There was no electricity. Why will you pay? We never paid water bill. You know why? But one day I was actually working with my father, because in a family of farmers, everyone is a worker, including a child to grand old person. And I was actually working with my father, and I saw a airplane actually passing on our head. And I stopped my work and then curiously started looking at it. And my father also started looking at it, and I asked him a question, what is it? He told me it's the airplane. So, why is it going there? He said, there are people. They're moving from place to place. There are people in it. He said, yes, there are people in it. And I asked him, what kind of people? Are they gods? They said, no, they are human beings. Then why those human beings are going in plane? They said, they are very rich and educated. So rich people can go there? He said, yes. If I am not rich, what would I do? Then you have only one option, get educated. Education, get into a job, make money, then you become rich. Then you can go in that flight. I am telling you the truth. That was the day I decided that education is the only solace for people who do not have anything. Rich people anyway have richness. They have wealth. For those people who do not have anything, wealth is the only thing that we do not have. And in order to create that, you need to educate yourself. And education is the biggest wealth of all the wealth. It's a wealth of wealth. I went and enrolled in the primary school. Anyway, no one pays fees in the primary school in villages. In fact, primary school teachers would come and coax us to go to the school, because he also needs some students to sit in the classroom. No fees was paid. When I came to middle school and high school, there was something called pre-metric and post-metric scholarships that was paid to poor students, and I was the recipient. And then when I was actually sitting in the 8th standard, first day of my class, one teacher came and then told that, okay, students, please understand, we have 400, 500 students enrolled in the 8th standard. And one student who is going to be on the top of the class is going to receive 500 rupees. That was the day I dreamt that those 500 crispy notes should be in my pocket. I started competing for that. Competition does not actually start and end at the last day. Competition begins the day you decide to win the war. If you want to become Mr. India, it is not that, you decide, how you should look like on the day of the event. You will have to plan from everything. So to me, every day was a competition. Every test was a test. And every test I wanted to be on the top. And that became my habit. I never tolerated anyone, actually overtaking me in the classroom. When he or she used to overtake me that day, I used to sit and read all through the night to make myself number one. 8th standard, I had those 5 crispy notes in my pocket. 9th standard, I had that. 10th standard, I had that. Since this competition had become a habit in me, and I was the 10th standard district topper. My dear friends, I am not saying this to fill my ego. I am actually trying to tell you that what scholarship means. Scholarship is not money. Scholarship is something that goes beyond. I don't know, people who will receive scholarship today, they might see it as a monetary value. To me, my dear friends, scholarship was everything. Scholarship was my north. Scholarship was my south. Scholarship was my east. Scholarship was my west. That means to say, scholarship was my college fees and books. Scholarship was my pocket money. Scholarship was sustenance for my family. I used to proudly go and give it to them. When that became a habit, pre-university, what happens? You have something called National Merit Scholarship because you are one of the toppers in your 10th standard. I got that National Merit Scholarship, and then that used to pay me every month 360 rupees, 60 rupees. I used to keep it for myself, 300 rupees, round figure. I always wanted to give it to my mother. And so at some point in time, I was very disappointed that I was only giving 300 rupees to my mother. I had a question, why not 360? Why only 300 I gave? And one fine day I sat with her when I was successful, and I was talking to my mother, and I feel sad that I only gave you 300. And she said, son, that was more than enough. Because one interesting thing that I'd like to tell you, I used to spend only 250 rupees for our family, and 50 rupees I saved it as well. That made me extremely comfortable. And that was the time, when you do not pay electricity bill, you do not pay water bill, you don't have to buy vegetables because you can always pluck it from some farmers, some farm. And then what you need is some fundamental things. And 200 rupees, 250 rupees was more than enough. My mother used to tell me, I used to go with 10 rupees and I used to bring bag full of groceries. And that is not the scenario now. So what I am trying to tell you is that, once all these things happen, I know that National Merit Scholarship could not be continued beyond degree. So now I have a PG to do because there are no jobs available at that point in time. The only thing I could have done is, what more scholarships are available and how can I win about it. Someone told me there is something called ICAR Junior Fellowship, you can try for it. And that's all, that became my dream. They said in an all India level, for any stream of study, there is going to be only 4 or 5 scholarships. You need to be really cutting edge. I said, I have to be, because if you do not have anything else, what else you would do? You would do what you are supposed to do. When you are completely drowned in the water, what is one thing that you think about? Oxygen. Not your love, not your friend, not your father, not your mother, not even God. What you would want is oxygen. So that's why when you are about to drown, the only thing that you need to think about is what you are really required to do in order to be there, in order to survive, in order to sustain. And then I was the second rank holder all India in order to get this junior fellowship. 1,600 rupees and a handsome scholarship, everyone survived, including my family. Later on, I got a job that Dr. Srinidhi sir told me, and I got a job as the Gazette officer. So now, my dear friends, what I am trying to tell you is that I am trying to tell you the power of scholarship. It can create people. Do not simply look at the monetary value or the monetary impact of the scholarship. What you have to look at is the psychological impact, the support impact, the impact that it will have on your next generation, the impact that it will have on your family, all that you will have to consider. And that is the reason I said these are benevolent donors who require a lot of appreciation, My dear friends, while I take this opportunity to congratulate every Indian Academy scholar who successfully received this scholarship, I'd like to tell them one important thing. Please use this as a stepping stone. Understand the generosity, understand the meaning behind this scholarship, and try to make most of it, become a successful individual, accomplish your greatness. Anything can be achieved in life. If an ordinary, Indian student who barely had $1 worth 20,000 rupees could go to United States of America and do his 30-40 lakh rupee ka MBA, everything is possible, my dear friends. You need to have a right kind of commitment. You need to have a passion. You need to believe in yourself. You need to think of possibilities. Many people tell me, now, how do I go to United States of America when I don't have money? I tell them that, what you really need to have is your determination, your will to do something. Rest, everything will actually happen. It is none of your problem to think about how resources come around you. If you have a genuine intention, if that is really, really powerful, you will get all resources that you need. And today, Indian Academy Scholarship Program is one such program of excellence and one such demonstration to possible support that might actually come from society. Once again, I wish you all a grand success in your lives and careers. And I'm very, very, very thankful for having been invited here and having given me this opportunity to really talk to all of you. God bless all of you. God bless all the donors. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. You have truly inspired and ignited the young minds here by sharing your experience and knowledge with them. Indian Academy Education Trust has endowed scholarships worth 4,50,000 to eligible students in 3 different categories: merit scholarships, merit cum mean scholarship, and girl student scholarships. Request Professor Srividya, Department of Computer Science, to proceed with the awarding ceremony.
May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Sridhara Murthy, most respected and revered Chairman, Dr. T. Somashekar, and our beloved Secretary, Mrs. Bharati T., to do the honors. I request our Chief Operating Officer, Dr. Srinidhi K. Parthasarathy, and the Principal of Indian Academy Degree College Autonomous, Dr. E. Jerome Xavier, to please join. The merit scholarships are given to the class toppers of the UG courses every year. I would like to call upon the proud recipients of the merit scholarships. The awardees will be receiving a demand draft worth Rs 10,000 and a merit certificate. I request our chief guest, Dr. Sridhara Murthy, to please do the honors. Late Shri Tallam Subhadramma Merit Scholarship is presented to Mr. Umar Abdul Aziz of first year BCA. The donor is Shri Tallam N. Nanjunda Shetty. Late Shri A. Srinivasamurthy Merit Scholarship is awarded to Ms. P. N. Ambika of second year BCA. The donor is Shri S. Shivaswamy. Shri Krishna International Education Society Merit Scholarship goes to Ms. Hema Devi S. of third year BCA. I request Ms. Prarthana Purohit of first year BBA is receiving the late Shri Jamandas H. Hinduja Merit Scholarship. The donor is Shri Dinesh Hinduja. Mr. Prasanna Kumar S. of second year BBA is the recipient of Shri Mahendra Singh Merit Scholarship. The donor is Shri Anil Kumar. Ms. Pooja Chand of third year BBA is awarded the Srimati Rajeshwari Balaji Naidu Merit Scholarship. The donor is Shri P. Balaji Naidu. Ms. Nikita Ellen of first year BCom is receiving the Srimati Daivanti J. Hinduja Merit Scholarship. The donor is Shri Rajendra Hinduja. The Kumarla Family Merit Scholarship goes to Mr. B. Hariprasad of second year BCom. The donor is Shri K.G. Subramma Shetty. Late Shri Krishnamma Naidu Merit Scholarship is presented to Ms. Razia Banu S. of third year BCom. The donor is Dr. T. Somashekar. Shri Bhanumati Sundaramurthy Merit Scholarship is awarded to Mr. Suthari Sai Abhinav of first year BA. The donor is Shri N.C. Sundaramurthy. Ms. Trishala Gunashila Balal of second year BA is the recipient of Srimati Shyamala Radhakrishna Merit Scholarship. The donor is Shri Gutta Radhakrishna. Shri Simran Sayer of third year BA is receiving the Srimati Sushilamma Merit Scholarship. The donor is Shri M. Neelakanta Naidu. Srimati Nacha Kannan Merit Scholarship goes to Mr. Salmanul Faris of first year BSc. The donor is Shri Kannan Nagappan. Srimati Poppy Dorothy Merit Scholarship is presented to Ms. Monidwipa Guha of second year BSc. The donor is Shri K. Noel. Late Srimati Lakshmamma and late Shri Narasimhalu Naidu Merit Scholarship is awarded to Mr. Aditya Narayan Singh of third year BSc. The donor is Shri T. N. Rockline Venkatesh. The Merit Cum Mean scholarships are endowed by Indian Academy Education Trust. These scholarships are given to students from the weaker sections of the society or low-income groups to encourage and sustain their merits based on their performance in the previous year's examinations. The awardees will be receiving a DD worth Rs 10,000 and a certificate. Shri Kengala Hanumantaya Merit Cum Main Scholarship is presented to Mr. Akshay E. of second year BCA. Professor P.C. Mahalanobis Merit Cum Main Scholarship is awarded to Ms. Monica S. of third year BCA. Shri Dhirubhai Ambani Merit Cum Main Scholarship is presented to Ms. Sufia Fatima of first year BBA. Shri Kuvempu Merit Cum Main Scholarship goes to Ms. Soumya V. of second year BBA. Mr. Abdul Karim R. of third year BBA is receiving the Shri V.K. Gokak Merit Cum Main Scholarship. Professor V.K.R.V. Rao Merit Cum Main Scholarship goes to Mr. Vishwas B. of first year BCom. Shri J.R.D. Tata Merit Cum Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Mr. Hariharan A.S. of second year BCom. Shri Masti Venkatesh Iyengar Merit Cum Main Scholarship is presented to Mr. Santosh M. of third year BCom. Mr. Kshetramayam Herojit Singh of first year BA is receiving the Shri Devraj Ars Merit Cum Main Scholarship. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Merit Cum Main Scholarship goes to Ms. Ansu Rebecca Thomas of second year BA. Shri Dhara Bendre Merit Cum Main Scholarship is presented to Ms. Sandhya Sharma of third year BA. Dr. H. Narasimhaya Merit Cum Main Scholarship goes to Ms. G. Yogita of first year BSc. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai Merit Cum Main Scholarship is awarded to Ms. Zeba Taslim of second year BSc. Sir Shivi Raman Merit Cum Main Scholarship is presented to Ms. Dakshayani K of third year BSc. The Girl Student Scholarships are endowed by Indian Academy Education Trust. These scholarships are given to deserving girl students each year to promote gender equity in education. Late Shri Tallam Nanjunda Shetty's Girl Student Scholarship goes to Ms. Swati of first year BA. The following students will be receiving the Srimati Sarojini Naidu Girl Student Scholarship. Ms. Harshita KR of second year BBA. Ms. Bhavya R of third year BCA. Ms. Pramila B of second year BCom. Ms. Bindu Bhashini R of second year BCom. Ms. Divya S of second year BCom. Ms. Raksha R of second year BSc. Ms. Vunama Bhavana of second year BSc. Ms. Archita M of second year BBA. Ms. Taskeen Surur of second year BCA. Ms. Pavitra H of second year BCA. Ms. Sudha K of third year BA. Ms. R. Swarnalakshmi of second year BCom. Ms. Deepa S of third year BCom. Ms. Purnima M of third year BBA. Hearty congratulations to the awardees. Thank you, dignitaries.
Gratitude is the memory of a heart that will recognize the good done. I call upon Ms. Fansta Fernando from Department of English to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone who are gathered here. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first start by giving glory to the Almighty God for making today's program a resounding success. First and foremost, I thank our special guest, Dr. Sridhara Murthy, President of NSB Academy, Bangalore, who despite his busy schedule has found time to grace this occasion. Thank you, sir. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Srinidhi Parthasarathy, Chief Operating Officer of Indian Academy Group of Institution, for his valuable contribution. Thank you, sir. We are grateful to Dr. T. Somashekar, Chairman of Indian Academy Educational Trust, for his words of encouragement, his interest, his hospitality, and continued support. Thank you, sir. I also express my heartfelt thanks to Bharati Ma'am, Secretary of Indian Academy Group of Institution, for her continued support. Thank you, ma'am. I thank our well-wisher, Dr. Jerome Xavier, Principal of Indian Academy Degree College, for his stewardship, support, vision, and commitment. Thank you, sir. My heartfelt thanks to Shalini Ma'am, Vice Principal of Indian Academy Degree College, and the heads of various departments and faculties for their valuable contribution, guidance, and encouragement in all our efforts. I owe our special gratitude to Maria Mendes and other committee members who worked hard to ensure that this occasion becomes a memorable success. Last but not the least, I thank our dear students for your cooperation in making this function a resounding success. Finally, I would like to leave this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King: "The confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity." Once again, I thank you all for your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Fansta. Let's conclude this remarkable event with the national anthem. I request everyone to rise.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you all. Scholarship awardees, please come forward for a group photo.